Obviously some good stuff from Michael. Thank you very much, Michael. So our next speaker is someone I'm very excited to have come up. Obviously, you know, we partnered with Matt Firm a year ago. And one of the things since we started this business I felt like has been a challenge is sales training and helping you all maximize what it is that you have. And you know, for us, mostly in the best case scenario here, we are selling beds 40 days out of 365. And brick and mortar retail, these guys, and some of them are our friends here now in our business, these guys are working 10 hours a day, 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. Every day, that's all they do. And so they learn from the best and the brightest. You know, and when you have the resources of the largest coast-to-coast specialty sleep product business, you know, in the industry, Matt Firm, you must have some pretty good people who train these people, right? Does that make sense? Yep. So, needless to say, when a resume came across my desk with some pretty impressive press clippings, including the fact that this person had been with Matt Firm for 11 years, had been a trainer all across the country, opened up the market of Miami, and ran Houston sales training. When I went with another one of the Mattress Firm people, and they said to me, "You got MilcahRay to do this? I'm doing it, but she's doing it too." Made me feel pretty good. Then I had a chance to travel with Milka and open her up and spend 2 days in the car with her, and I'd like to say pick her brain, but in reality, she picked my brain the whole time. And then, you know, she and I had a chance to pop into a retail store and to watch, like, the girl who was there kind of cower when Milka walked in the door, like she felt like she did something wrong. She didn't even know Milka was with us, but I mean, this girl knows what she's talking about, guys, at the highest level in retail in America. And I'm very excited. When we talked about who we were going to have talk today, it wasn't a long discussion about whether or not, you know, we could ask Milka to talk, and I'm fortunate enough to say, you know, she's willing to do that and ready, willing, and able to help us with that. Even cooler is that her mom and dad happened to come to our, because it was kind of funny, folks, just so you know, I'm in the back, and when you ask that question, I'm like, who the heck is that? I felt like I knew everybody in the room. So Bert told me that your mom and dad came, which I think is real neat. So without any further ado, to talk about selling sleep, one of the top trainers in all of Matt Firm, who's now part of the CFS family, I'd like to introduce you to MilcahRay.
Hello. Awesome. Good afternoon. Okay, so my name's Milka. Thank you so much for the warm introduction, Joe. I'm humbled to be here. I'm honored to spend the week with all of you, and I just really want to thank you. I think I found my dream job. So I'll tell you why in just a minute, but I'm really grateful for the opportunity to serve public education and utilize the mattress background that God granted me with to help improve lives. That's why I do what I do. It's a bigger purpose. I know it's a great business opportunity, and you can make a lot of money doing this. But to wake up every morning and know that you have a purpose above that you're helping students, you're helping the community not only sleep better, but achieve dreams and opportunities within their programs that they may not be able to realize without you, that makes me feel valued. So I want to thank Cindy for letting me talk to her on the phone for as long as I wanted to when I first started, and for Bert for the same. I think I talked their ear off. Tom and Joe for your patience with me as I fumbled through the way you guys do business. And then Chris and Tina for their development, and y'all have always been so approachable and kind and patient with me. And also Andrew, he's my driver, my motivator. I love talking to that guy, so thank you for all the things you taught me, and I'm just really blessed to be here. So before we start, can everyone just stand up for me? Let's take a big stretch, because I'm kind of nervous and I want to stretch it out. Take a big stretch, turn to your partner, tell them one thing you really like about them.
I think you're a good friend. I'm not going to get
So when we complete this section, we have a break. So there you go, I gave you a little pre-break. So I'm going to talk about sleep. Before I start, I just want to kind of tell you why I'm here, who I am. Joe gave me a very thorough introduction I'm very grateful for. I started with Mattress Firm right out of college. I didn't know anything about retail, didn't know anything about beds. They let me go open stores in Miami. What were they thinking, right? So I just grew up the ranks. I was a store manager, an area manager, a district manager, a regional manager, and then so I was there 7 years. Moved to the Gulf Coast, ran the Gulf Coast for about 4 years until I stepped into this realm. So that's kind of my background, that's why I'm here. Another reason why I'm here is because of my parents. And it's always been a dream of mine for them to kind of see what I do at work. Has anyone ever kind of wished their parents could see them succeed or do something cool at work, right? I always wish they could. And this is the first time I've ever gotten to speak at a conference, and it's the first time my parents have ever really seen me in action at work. So I'm going to try not to cry, but I'm really blessed for this opportunity, so thank you. My parents are amazing people, by the way. My mom has taught for 30 years, public school. It gets better. It gets way better. She's taught theater for 20 years, and she's a 7-time state, not winning, but state, she went to state 7 times in the 6A category, and has won state twice, second place twice, and then 3rd and 4th place or whatever. So that's not really normal in the one-act play realm, if any of you guys know. So she's kind of an awesome person, been teaching for 30 years. So I am really involved in her troupe and her one-act play. I've donated some polos to them and did a lot of giving back to her theater department before this ever crossed my plate, right, CFS. So I believed in it, right? I believed in talking to the youth every quarter and going and donating time and really helping the arts. My dad is an amazing guy. Many of you probably saw how fanatical I was last conference about the UGA Alabama National Championship. Well, he played quarterback for the University of Georgia and was also a little bit professional. And he also coached football for 25 years. So I was raised by a football coach and a drama teacher. That's why I am the way I am. I'm sorry. But thank you guys for being here. I know how to talk to football coaches. That's what I told him. I said, you should hire me because I know how to talk to football coaches. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I love you. All right, so let's get into it really quickly. Selling sleep. Buying and selling sleep. We're going to talk about what sleep is, and then we're going to go through some sleep facts. We're going to talk about the consumer and review the 3 sleep disruptors, and then we'll talk about consumer languages and how to speak sleep to your customers. So this is going to be sort of an interactive presentation, so I need your guys' help. So if I ask a question, answer it, okay? Okay. All right, so first, what is sleep? So although, you know, it's not, like, sleep is kind of this thing that scientists have studied a lot, but the one thing that we do know is that it is vital to our health and survival. If you don't sleep, what happens eventually? You die. It's just like water or air, okay? And sometimes people take it very lightly, but it's necessary for our survival. Yet we're about to explore how sleep-deprived Americans are. And Michael hit on this a moment ago in his talk about the opportunity we have as sleep consultants or sleep experts to improve people's well-being, to give them an item that will perform in a way that will make them survive or thrive. It's not a car that you sit in. It's not a TV you look at. It's something that directly affects your overall health and well-being. So I challenge you to think differently about the consumer and how we can really make an impact in their life, improving their life, not just selling a mattress. So who can shout out the range of people, how long it takes people to buy a mattress, from mattress to mattress, they bought their last mattress? 8 to 20, have you ever heard 20 years? Okay. So that's a 1/7 of someone's life. So you have a chance to impact 1/7 of my quality of life, of my quality of sleep. Meaning in the morning, when I wake up, how effective of a person am I for 1/7 of my life? We have that responsibility. How does that make you feel? Is it a little bit sobering to think about it like that? That we're consultants helping people make decisions that will invest and impact their future. So I just want you to kind of use that mindset as we go through this. So this is just a quick slide to show you different age groups need different levels of sleep. And if we're going to be experts, it's just something that you should just kind of be able to rattle off, especially in the younger years. I have a niece, she's 2 years old, her name is Rose. I'm like their second mother, so she came and stayed with me, and I called her mom. I said, Gabby, Rose just slept for 14 hours. She goes, well, honey, that's because you have a King Allura, and your house is quiet. And I was like, okay, is she okay? Yeah. Well, hello. How many hours of sleep does a 2-year-old need?
14.
Did y'all know that? I didn't either. And yet I thought there was something wrong with a 2-year-old who slept for 14 hours, right? So just something to tell your guests, right? To start these conversations like we're talking about. So now we're going to play a little game. Everybody look under your table. I need to find 10 golden envelopes. If you find it, stand up and yell out your number. What's your number?
7.
Okay.
Still by 12. 9.
Hold them up high. We got to get to 6, 8, 9. Okay, hold them up high. We need 10. Do we have 10? Let's start with 1. Who's got 1? Okay, 2.
Or sit down.
It could be like under your table. It could be like in front of you, somewhere around. We got number 3. Good. 4. Who's got 4? Thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. All right, number 1, stand up. Read us your sleep fact. Sleep fact number 1.
Sleep deprivation affects productivity, driving, and social activities. It also accounts for an estimated $16 billion in medical costs each year.
$16 billion, that's with a B, right, Andrew? In medical costs each year. So if you like it, write it down. You've got a sleep fact sheet there. You can take these back home with you. Who's got sleep fact number 2? Loud and proud.
100,000 deaths occur each year in the United States hospitals due to medical errors and sleep deprivation shown to make a significant contribution.
Wow. Sleep deprivation is known to make a significant contribution in the 100,000 deaths that occur every year in hospitals due to what?
Because they wake you up every day.
Sleep deprivation. Who's got sleep fact number 3?
Sleep fact number 3, Americans are working longer, an average of 44 hours per week. A record 17% of U.S. adults not log 60 or more hours per week in the office, leaving less time for sleep.
60 hours a week. 17% of U.S. adults, that's a lot of hours, isn't it? Sleep fact number 4.
Can we slow down a little bit so we can fill in the sheets here?
Sure. I'm just trying to keep it exciting.
I'm getting mine in.
She said she's having no problem.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Need more
Do you hide the sleep facts?
Do you need some sleep? No, I'm kidding. What?
Do you hide these at your parent meeting?
Okay, go ahead.
Consistent sleep deprivation over time can harm your health. Continued sleep shortages contribute to depression, heart disease, lowered immunity, obesity, and type 2 diabetes, among other illnesses.
Great job, thank you. How many of you know we have an obesity epidemic in America today? How many of you know that we have a diabetes epidemic in America today? How many of you know that we are overworked Americans and that we undervalue sleep?
Yep.
And the value and the quality that it adds to your overall health and well-being. Number 5. They're probably writing. I know someone's got 5, I saw it. Who's got sleep fact number 5? Okay. Well, Ben, why don't you just say what sleep fact number 5 is?
The average person will sleep for 229,961 hours in their lifetime, or basically 1/3 of their entire life.
230,000 hours, 1/3 of your life. Okay? Who's got number 6? All right.
More than 1,500 deaths each year are caused by drivers falling asleep at the wheel.
More than 1,500 deaths every year are caused by people who don't sleep. So we've got medical bills, we've got deaths in hospitals, we've got diabetes, we've got obesity, we've got depression, we've got automobile deaths because of what?
Lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep. 7.
45% of Americans say that poor or insufficient sleep affected their daily activities at least once in the past 7 days. At least 50 Americans each year suffer from chronic long-term sleep disorders. That is 15% of the population.
Thank you. Half of Americans say that sleeping bad affects their everyday activities every week. 50 million Americans, which is 15% of the population, suffer from chronic long-term sleep disorders. That's 1/5 of Americans. Okay. Number 8.
Americans report sleeping an average of 7 hours and 36 minutes a night. 35% of Americans report their sleep quality as poor or only fair. 20% of Americans reported that they did not wake up feeling refreshed on any of the past 7 days.
So we have diabetes, depression, deaths, and because we're only sleeping 7 hours and 36 minutes of poor unconsciousness, and we're not waking up feeling happy ever. Okay, number 9.
Americans spent an estimated $41 billion on sleep aids and remedies in 2015, and that's expected to grow to $52 billion by 2020.
$41 billion on sleep aids, Tylenol PM, sleep prescription medication. These are all medications that we're spending money on. And people come in saying, oh, I don't want to spend a lot on a mattress, right? Okay, last one, sleep fact number 10.
65% of the public says that getting enough sleep makes them a more effective person.
I want to be a more effective person. Don't you?
Yes.
Getting enough sleep makes me happy. Getting not enough sleep makes me cranky. All right, so I want to talk about kids really quickly because that's who we serve. You mentioned it. We all know the dreaded kids bed, right? Oh, it's just Timmy. He's only 6 years old. We don't need to spend a lot on his bed, right? No problem. But if you have a couple of these bullets in your arsenal to share with the customer, you may change their mind on the value of growth in their child. So deep sleep coincides with the growth hormone in children and young adults. Many of the body's cells increase production and reduce breakdowns of proteins during sleep. Since proteins are the building block needed for repair of damage from stress, wrinkles, right, appetite, all these things internal, even UV rays, you are prettier when you sleep longer. It's science. So activities in the brain, and this is what Michael was speaking to about earlier, is that REM controls the brain's emotions, decision-making, social interactions, and this type of sleep helps you maintain optimal emotional and social functioning. How many of you have ever been so sleep deprived that you can't even talk or form a valid sentence? That's not very healthy social interaction, is it? We can all relate to that. REM sleep stimulates the brain's regions used in learning. And this is why it's so important for infants and young adults to get REM sleep. Michael also touched on the levels of sleep. You have shallow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4 is delta. It's the deep physical restorative stage. You're actually in paralysis during that time. And the 5th level is REM, rapid eye movement. And like he said, it's a very active time for your brain. It's when it controls hunger, emotions. Control your emotions. Well, if I could get some more REM sleep, maybe I would, right? They actually, Bert, when we were talking about this presentation, shared an experiment with me where they would test sleepers, and right when they got down to the 5th level of REM, they would wake them up and never let them get to REM sleep. And after 5 days, they were crazy, aggressive, violent, they were going crazy because their brain wasn't able to repair itself or serve these functions that we need to function while we're awake. So anyway, next time someone says it doesn't really matter how Timmy sleeps, it's important to shoot out some of these facts just to educate them, because as a parent, you're not trying to deprive your child of anything. You just don't know the value of growth and the hormones that happen during REM sleep. The objective of that is to stay in one sleeping position longer. And that's a really good question to ask customers, is like, hey, you look really comfortable. Do you think you could stay in that same position for like 7 hours without moving? Because that's the only way you're gonna get down to REM. If you move, it kicks you out and you have to go through all the stages to get down to REM as well, okay? So now that we know how important sleep is and we know that it's an issue, right? Bad issue in America, let's talk about what the consumers think. Well, the great news is that the consumers agree. They agree that sleeping on a poor mattress is bad for your health. 8 out of 10 customers believe that sleeping on a bad mattress isn't just uncomfortable, but it's bad for your health. They also believe that sleep problems are caused by what?
Poor mattress.
And stress. A poor mattress, right? So they agree that a good mattress gives you a good night's sleep, and that contributes to high health and well-being. And then this is like older people. Okay, so I'm just trying to be 56 and older, strongly agree that it, a good mattress. Because the older you get, the harder it is to get good REM sleep. So, okay, now nearly a third of Americans are dissatisfied with the quality of sleep, right? We've established that. The number one indicator is what? Stress. Can we help them with that?
Yes.
How? Massage chairs. That's right, Ben. You get a star. Okay, the next one is what? Temperature, right? How many of you can hit a hot button with customers these days with temperature? Everybody wants to sleep cooler, right? It's a huge deal. It's right there. Noise, bad mattress, those and pillows are in the top 5 reasons that consumers aren't getting a good night's sleep. Can we give them 3 out of 5 of those? Can we give them pillows? Yep. Can we fix their temperature? Yep. And what about their mattress? Okay, we have the answer. So this came straight from Furniture Sleep Savvy. So if I were you, I would definitely get a subscription to Furniture Today, which is our mattress journal. Keep up to date in the industry, what's going on. Also Sleep Savvy with 2 V's. This is where I got a lot of this information, and they do a lot of sleep studies. So they recommended that our selection of mattresses and accessories include what? Technology. Say it with me, everyone.
Technology.
Our mattresses and accessories include
technology
that improve sleeping, climate, temperature, and reduce snoring. Train your retail associates to explain these benefits clearly to shoppers, because tired, sleepless consumers are actively seeking ways to get what?
Better rest.
Are they actively seeking ways to get better mattresses? No. Are they trying to get better pillows? What are they ultimately trying to get with those products?
Better rest.
Rest and sleep, right? So let's talk about how we talk about those. There are 3 sleep disruptors. What are they? Y'all can't answer.
Children.
Children. Truth.
So that's 4.
What is it? Temperature, correct? Tossing and turning, which is pressure, right? And sore back. Support, okay? So pressure, your mattress is too firm, you're tossing and turning because there's pressure built up in your blood flow. Improper support, you're too soft, too firm, or just right. Okay, you need a bed with the correct support for your body type. And lastly is temperature. So what are the 3 sleep disruptors?
Pressure, temperature, and support.
Okay, can you speak to those to a consumer? Hey, listen, what's going on with your current sleep? We know that lack of support, too much pressure, and temperature are all factors that cause you not to get a good night's sleep. Which of those do you think is the most important to you? The great news is that the mattresses that we carry have technology in them that address all 3 sleep disruptors. The support and coils address alignment. The pressure relieving materials like memory foam and latex address pressure, and then obviously your phase change materials and covers, your cooling agents, address temperature management. Here's a really cool fact. Sheets are a $2 billion industry. 75% of consumers will buy sheets with their new mattress at the same time. Is your sheet attachment rate 75%? It should be. Pillows represent $1.1 billion, and half of consumers will buy a brand new pillow at the same time they buy their mattress. Is your pillow attachment rate 50%? This is an opportunity for us. Why? Because the technologies that cause people to have better alignment, pillows, temperature regulation, sheets and protectors, right? The Ice Tech, the bamboo, the Tencel, and elevated sleep to help reduce snoring and things like that are all part of the sleep system. So when you've sold someone a mattress, you're only 1/5 of the way done. If you don't have at least a presentation to help them protect and sustain their comfort life of their mattress, help them sleep cooler with sheets, offer them different types of pillows that will relax them and put them in proper spinal alignment, are you really helping them sleep better?
No.
No, you're not. So it's not like, oh, sell accessories if you can. We owe it to them to let them know that these things exist. Do you know that only 25% of consumers use mattress protectors? A lot of people have mattress pads on their beds, but are those protective? Are they cooling?
No.
Are they durable?
No.
Why? Why do people use mattress pads and only 25% of people use mattress protectors? Because they don't know about them. So we think consumers come in and they don't know. So if we're not adding these things, yeah, they increase your average ticket, yeah, they increase incremental revenue, but that's not the reason. You're gonna invest in a cooling mattress for $3,000 and then put your old polyester sheets on it? What's the point, right?
Right.
So, completing the sleep system.
Can I ask you questions? I know you do really well with your attachment rates. When do you start bringing that into the conversation? Do you start that early on?
Rick's gonna cover that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right, so, okay, I want you guys to really catch this. I want you to really catch this. Because if you can rattle something similar to this off, you're gonna be able to sell a lot of cooling technology. People lose some ability to regulate their body temperature during REM. We are more susceptible to the environment's temperature that will easily disrupt this stage of sleep. We cannot regulate our own body temperature during REM. So we're dependent on what? And?
Sheets.
And? Perfect. If our REM sleep's disrupted one night, our bodies don't follow the normal cycle to get till we doze off. Instead, they slip directly into what? And they go through that for an extended period of time until we catch up on REM. Sleep is a bank. I slept for 11 hours 2 nights ago, I'm not gonna lie. Because I knew I needed energy for this talk. And I was tired. So I said, I'm gonna make a deposit in my sleep account. All right, we have technologies. What are the technologies that regulate body temperature that we have on our floor? Let's go, rattle them off. You guys are... Phase change material, Tencel, what else?
Exhaust
Gel.
Gel?
Sure.
Okay, so here we have ventilated memory foam. That what's the benefit of that? Ventilation, right, airflow. So that's cooling. Also gel infused. And then we have gel like as a layer. It's naturally lower ambient temperature. So it's always gonna be lower temperature than the room. And it dissipates heat. So we have all these things in, what percentage would you say of our products? Of our accessories? 100%, right? So we can help them with their REM, right? Okay, so let's talk about talking to the customer. This is the last segment. This is really cool. On the back of your sheet of your sleep facts, turn it over and make 4 triangles, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to talk about the different kind of consumers quickly. I mean rectangles, I'm sorry. I see Crystal make, I'm like, why are you drawing triangles? I said that, didn't I? Whatever, you're good, boxes. Okay, so consumer languages is really cool. There's lots of versions out there. This is the one we teach. There are 4 different kinds. There's the replenisher, the investor, the specialist, and the haven seeker. And you're more than welcome to label each box if you like. So first we're going to talk about the replenisher. 2 of these consumers are logical buyers and 2 of them are emotional buyers. Which one is the replenisher?
Logical.
Thank you. His value equation is durability and convenience. I want something to last and I want to run to Walmart to get it. The mattress serves a functional purpose. I lay on it, whoop-de-doo. I'm going to read information and make a decision based on facts. I'm bored and uninterested. Get me the mattress and let me get out of here.
Engineer.
How most people feel at Walmart, right? Things they will say, I'll shop for the best price. I can sleep anywhere. Sleep is not important to me. Firm mattresses last longer. I'm happy with what I have. I just want to replace it, okay? The investor. Also, what kind of buyer? Logical. His value equation is prestige and quality. He's the one driving the Audi with leather interior or the Lamborghini because of the brand, right? He wants the best. He's competitive. He wants intensity. He wants the deep tissue massage and the riage, right? The best because it's the best. It's an important purchase to them and it's compelling. He wants to feel passionate about the decision he makes. You get what you pay for. Show me exclusive features. Brand is important because I can trust the what? Quality of the brand. And I will spend money on this. I will spend my money on it, but I want to feel the value. You can't just rake me over the coals. I still want to feel the value, but I will pay money for this product, okay? Now we get into the emotional buyers, the specialist. The value equation, they want comfort and they want a solution. Now, this is 38% of, almost 40% of our buyers. These are the people who want to talk about their sciatica, and they want to talk about their restless leg syndrome, and they want to talk about their sleep needs, and they want to talk about the things that bother them or why they're not sleeping well. They will have most likely a problem with their sleep. They do know that sleep is important to their overall health and well-being. They're very thorough and very careful in choosing their solution. They're skeptical and a slow shopper, and that's okay. How many of you have ever had people like on a bed and you're like, you go over there and you're like, dude, like, are they gonna buy or not? She's been on that bed for like an hour and a half, right? What do you think, what kind of buyer is she? Specialist. And so you just need to know that that's okay. It's okay, just let her take her time because it's a very important purchase to her. I have a bed back, I need strong support. What will give me the best night's sleep? I want a solution. Give me space, let me lay on your bed for 2 hours. And I'll pay for it as long as my problem's solved, okay? Last one is the haven seeker. Ladies, raise your hands. This is us, and I know some of you guys are too. Haven seekers, they want beauty and comfort. They value the comfort of a bed. I just want something soft, and I just want it to envelop me, and I just want it to be so cozy. I want my sheets to match the curtains and the piping of the drapery of the bed skirt against the shade of the carpet, and the pillows have to be fluffed. 17 pillows, right? Those are haven seekers. Apparently, they also drink a lot of wine. I don't know. But they love the purchase experience. They want to talk to you about their bed. They want to talk to you about, they show you the picture.